Cell phone radiation. What the science actually says. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, recently announced a new study into the potential health effects of cell phone radiation shortly after Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. voiced concerns about neurological damage and cancer risks. While public anxieties persist, extensive scientific research overwhelmingly shows no credible link between typical cell phone use and cancer or brain tumors. The current investigation follows years of scrutiny, with major health organizations and researchers worldwide consistently finding no evidence of harm. This isn't to say the topic hasn't been studied. It has, rigorously. The question is simply whether the fears are justified by the data. The science. What studies reveal? Early animal studies, notably one from 2018, showed an association between high-level 2G, 3G radio frequency radiation and heart tumors in rats. However, these findings do not translate to human risk. The exposure levels in the rat study were far higher than what humans experience, and subsequent, more precise research has not replicated the results. A 2024 World Health Organization, WHO, review of 63 studies spanning 1994-2022 found no evidence of brain tumors linked to cell phone use, even after decades of exposure. Large-scale human cohort studies in Denmark and the UK, involving nearly 800,000 participants, reached the same conclusion: no increased cancer risk. Experts emphasize that the underlying mechanism for radiation-induced tumors is poorly understood, given that non-ionizing radiation from cell phones lacks the energy needed to cause DNA damage. As Dr. Tim Rebeck of Dana-Farber Cancer Institute explains, it's very difficult to imagine how this kind of radiation could cause DNA damage at the level that would be required to induce tumors. Trends and real-world data. Cancer rates remain stable. If cell phones were a significant cancer risk, you would expect to see rising incidence rates as usage explodes. Instead, brain cancer rates have remained stable or even declined in many regions. Between 2008 and 2017, brain tumor rates decreased by 0.8% annually during a period of massive cell phone adoption. Dr. Mark Delano of Michigan State University notes that the rates of cell phone use have clearly increased over the time that there was no increase in brain tumors over the same period. This lack of correlation suggests that cell phones have not driven cancer rates up. Why the alarm doesn't match the facts? Cell phones emit non-ionizing radiation, which is fundamentally different from the dangerous, DNA-damaging ionizing radiation found in nuclear disasters or medical X-rays. Non-ionizing radiation is weak and doesn't penetrate deeply into tissues. It simply doesn't carry enough energy to cause the kind of cellular damage required for cancer development. The latest 4G, 5G technologies haven't altered this reality. Research shows no difference in risk between older and newer cell phone generations. Even sleeping with a cell phone near your head poses no proven cancer risk, though experts advise against unnecessary prolonged exposure for other health reasons. The bottom line: the overwhelming body of scientific evidence demonstrates that cell phone radiation does not cause cancer or brain tumors. Fears are driven by misinterpretations of animal studies and outdated concerns. The real-world data shows stable cancer rates despite skyrocketing cell phone use. While ongoing research is valuable, the current science doesn't support the claim that cell phones are a significant health hazard.